I know, I know. If you'd have told me months ago that there would eventually be a ball on my boom arm, I'd have told you you were freaking crazy. But lo and behold, there is a ball, and it is blue, and it is on my mic stand right now. And it is kind of unbelievable, seriously unbelievable, that I'm hearing what I'm hearing right now because I like what I'm hearing. So let me introduce you to the blue ball and its counterpart, the blue kickball, both of which are phantom powered dynamic microphones that are of the rare variety that I saw and scooped up. I've been keeping an eye on the market for these things, and I got this one and this one for about $125 for the both of them. And I gotta say, pretty happy with them. This is really cool. Now, before I get to some tests and stuff, I can tell you right now, I can hear my breath when I breathe into this thing. It is picking up pretty much everything. It's almost condenser-like in what it's picking up, but maybe the off-axis rejection will still be fine. But blue ball, hooked up, phantom power, Shure M367 into a Tascam 1x2 HR. Gain on the blue ball with phantom power on is set to a 5, so it still needs some gain. I don't think the purpose of this was just to drive a dynamic. I think there's a bigger purpose here with the blue ball, and the reason that it uses phantom power is for a bigger, wider sound rather than less gain. Can't confirm that exactly, but from my readings, that's kind of what I gather. Now, let's do some tests. That way we can also use the kickball here in a minute. Plosives first. I'm talking into a ball. It's weird. It feels futuristic and odd, and I'm not sure if I'm on board with it or not. This may be one of, I like the sound a lot, but it may be an off-camera thing. I don't know. I don't know if I could just go on shit and talk into this blue ball. It's just weird. Let's do it. Peter Piper picked a Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. That is atrocious. That is absolutely atrocious. Plosive rejection. My God, somebody stabbed my ears with healing Q-tips. I don't know what that means. When you get right on top of the... Fuck. When you get right... I gotta talk somewhat normal. All right. When you get right on top of the blue ball, this is what it sounds like when you're right on top of the blue ball. The proximity effect is definitely kicking in there. So let's get off of the blue ball a little bit. This might be a good like overhead mic, out of shot mic. I don't know. It's it picks up quite a bit. It still, yeah, when you get off of it, it still does that. But let's go ahead and turn it 90 degrees off axis rejection, 180 degrees off axis rejection. It's going to make some noise. I'm sorry. 90 degrees again, and then you let go of the ball, and it comes around again. The blue balls just always come back. The blue balls don't go away forever. They always sneak up and get you. Oh, and sometimes when you let them stay blue for so long, they get red. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I swear I'm really actually sorry. Blue ball, let's get you out of here. Let's put the red ball, the kickball. Even says kickball right there. Let's put the kickball on here, and see, what the difference is here. Let's go ahead. Let's switch them. All right, so I messed around and just held on to the blue ball too long, and it got red. So now we've got the red kickball mic'd up, ready to go. I'm going to say the first time I hooked these up, I was feeling the red and not as much the blue. But now that I've switched them a little bit, it feels like the blue, I don't know. They both sound pretty solid. This is the red kickball. I am going to be clear, there is a switch here. There are 3 settings on the ball. There is a middle setting, a plus, and a minus. What the plus and minus does from the middle is add bass, subtract bass. So low cut, low enhance. This is the middle switch. This is the neutral mode of this microphone. Let's first go let's take the base off real quick. Also, it's an absolute headache to do the switch without a device. All right, so now we've taken some of the low end off. This is the minus switch, the low cut, so to speak, on the red kickball, blue kickball. See how easy it is to get confused? Minus switch, take away the base. Let's go back to the middle. Now we are back on the middle, and I gotta say again, it is really difficult to move this switch, at least on my particular red ball. But we're back in the middle, and now we're going to add some bass. And now we have added even more low end on this microphone, and the output has actually gotten less hot as well. I can talk without worrying about pushing it a little too much. I don't have to be as careful. But this is the blue ball. Fuck, man, it's a red ball. Anybody ever play a red ball on like the game where you bounce the red ball like a platformer? Yep, I don't know. Red ball, enhanced bass. Definitely a bassy baby, indeed. It just fills my ear holes with low end. But it still has some top end and some mid to it. It's just really rich on the bottom, but it is still kind of clear, not muddy, nothing like that. But it may be too much bass even for my bass loving ears. Let's go back to the middle. Okay, so now we're back to the middle on the microphone, and this is what it sounds like. That switch is seriously not easy to engage. I don't know if it's supposed to like press in, but when I try to get my switch from the far left or far right, like it just wants to push in and not let me go over. Like there's fingernail grooves on it, but maybe that's just a problem with mine. But everything else works wonderful. So it's with mine, it's a matter of like what setting do I like the most and just keep it on that and roll with it. But let's do plosives and all that good shit with this one. Peter Piper picked a peck, a pickle pineapple pizza. Not as bad as the blue one, but still pretty bad. Peter Piper picked a peck, a pickle pineapple pizza. Now we're right on top of the microphone to get the proximity effect, which is definitely going to be a little crazy. Absolutely 100% going to be a little crazy. This is the proximity effect of the red ball kickball. Now let's go ahead and do some off-axis rejection, turning the microphone 90 degrees. Now we're going to go 180 degrees, 90 again, and then back around to the front of the microphone. And I will also add, I need the 8-ball now. There's a black blue ball. So, first they're blue, then they're red, and then if unattended, it can die and go black. Your ball can literally turn black from blue to red to black. But I need the 8-ball. That is a condenser microphone. I do also want to add that the connection points here are very reminiscent and identical to the Electro Voice Cardinal and Raven, which was a collaboration with Blue, so that makes sense. Lastly, I just want to say, I think this is really impressive, actually. Both of these balls, they're not hurting me. They're fine. They sound great. All right. Well, I think I'm going to take my balls and go home. I could do this forever. I could talk about these balls, how to caress these balls, how to shave these balls, just if it has like a little plastic barb on it, you can shave it off. Fondle these balls, toss these balls, cradle these balls. But sometimes I just like to squeeze them balls. Just let them know you care. I promise I'm done talking about balls. That is part of the reason I wanted to do this review of these together. Because I knew I would just get myself in trouble otherwise and just talk about balls for 2 videos in a row. Balls. Hear the Appalachia come out. Talk about balls. Talk about balls. Yep. All right. So I don't even know about BB SAR in these ones. I really don't. On the BB SAR, the red kickball and the blue ball, they're hard to find. So the price is not going to be friendly to you. So for that matter, I still love the sound quite a bit. It's got a nice full sound. These are pretty cool. I'm going to give them an 8. I'm going to give them an 8 because I think that these are worth owning. I just think it might be something that you want to own. I still think it looks goofy as shit on camera, but should that matter? Probably not. If I ever want to do a podcast with a nice, full, robust, dynamic sound, I know where to go. Reach down in my pants and grab these. I put them in my pocket, man. These are going to go in my pocket. I'm so sorry. I love you guys almost as much as I love these balls. I am juvenile. I am like middle-aged and juvenile as shit. And I am sorry again. This might have the record for the most apologies in a video of all time. Obscure Mics. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. I can't say it. Peace out. I'm not even talking about balls. I just want to say peace. I want to say goodbye. Goodbye.